Well, that's probably his MMR is a lot higher. For those who don't know, you might be like rank 1 plat, you might be like rank 1 gold, rank 1 silver, rank 1 bronze, who knows? But you will not get promoted. You will not get promoted. Because the ladder is currently locked. For the last week of the season, before a new season starts, the ladder locks, which means you can't get promoted. I'm not sure exactly why they do this, but I guess it's to stabilize everything. Your MMR still goes up and down. You can still play you will actually see Grandmaster players playing bronze players during this week. Because that's just how it works. One season they did it for 2 weeks and everybody got all rustled up. But yeah, if you're wondering why you're not getting promoted, that's probably not the reason, but you can use it as an excuse for the next week, guys. So don't worry. You got that going. Now's the time to complain about Blizzard's broken matchmaking rating system. Because, like most people on the internet, you're going to find a scapegoat, so good job. Good luck. No, don't worry about your rank, guys. What matters is actually, it's not going to matter if you get 1 win today. What matters is 1,000 games from now. So worry more about that than what's right in front of you.
What's going on?
Blizzard, please. Would you fix it already? God damn it, David, who also doesn't technically control, like, how matchmaking and anything like that works. But I mean, I guess he has a say in it. But he's more about how the top tier interacts with each other. He's still in my base, right? Yeah. Okay. We're gonna send this Reaper, go see if he's expanded yet. I've got my factory on the way. I'm gonna follow up with some additional barracks. I do still like, I mean, right now bio is the flavor of the game. I'm not gonna say the week or the month because it's been pretty much since Legacy came out. You'll hear a lot of people complain about how mech is still okay. You can still go mech. It's just at the top tier. It's harder to make mech work by a small mark. We're talking like Pro League. We're not talking like North American GM, by the way. It's harder to make mech work against those top tier like 300 APM players. But there's definitely, especially if you're below GM or anything, it doesn't matter. I'll do a mech build as well at some point here. I'm just going to go for the safest opener, especially since it looks like he's got an Evo chamber here. I wasn't actually paying attention, but he could go for a really early lane drop, which is really annoying to deal with. Alright. I'm just gonna... You want to keep an eye on these overlords once he has an Evo chamber. Especially an Evo chamber that early could easily transition into Zergling drop. Gonna get plenty of course there are less mineral patches, which is why it takes less workers to saturate a gold base, but you do get that additional income as well. The gold base returns 7 minerals per trip as opposed to the customary 5 from a normal blue base. So that is why people love their gold bases so much. Fun fact, it was patched years ago. Mules do not return more minerals on a gold base. They return the same amount as a blue base. So there is no advantage outside of a normal advantage to dropping mules on a gold base. It might seem like they should mine more, but it made Terran way too strong. A lot of the time Terran was so popular at the beginning of Wings of Liberty is because there were a lot of maps with gold bases. And as soon as a Terran starts dropping mules, their income just skyrocketed. So that's no longer a thing. Sorry, Terran players. Let's see, does he have a third? He does not have a third yet. So I'm just going to scan the main, see if there's a roach warren or a lair or something. Looks like a roach warren and a lair. Even better. 2 for 1. So this could easily just be one big attack here. I'm going to continue making. I'm going to get this Viking out here just to look around and try to kill whatever it can get a hold of. Of course, there's going to be overlords out here. Thank you, Zesty Taco. Welcome back. 13 months in a row. Give him the 13 Ws. Thank you for that. And the continued support. 13 years now. But I do appreciate it. So you shouldn't use mules on gold bases? They will not... No. Mules will mine out a gold base at the same speed as a mule on a blue base. The SCVs at a gold base will mine it out faster because the mineral patches actually start with the same amount of minerals as a blue base, but you mine it 40% faster. So it takes 40% shorter to mine out a gold base, assuming you're dropping the same amount of mules that you would drop on a blue base. Because that's how math works. I can see how you get that turned around a little bit. It takes a bit of thinking about. Let's see. I'm going to send out a Marine. The attempt here is to scout whether he has another base or not. I saw he had a lair and I saw he had a roach one, so I was scared of a roach attack, but once I get a couple medevacs here, and I have my combat shields finished, I should no longer be the scared one. That kind of turns around to him once I have all those things going for me. So no mules on gold? There's no preference. It kind of depends on the situation. I wouldn't overthink it. A lot of the time, the reason I drop mules, I'll only really think about where I'm dropping mules if I want to, like, in the later game, what I'll do is I'll drop more mules on my main base, so I'll mine it out faster, so that way I can lift my main command center. I can lift my main command center to that base. Or another base. Or that goes for any base, really. Or mine out the gold base faster, because you need less SCVs, and you can move those SCVs to another base. But I'll actually use mules to mine out faster intentionally for that reason. Let's see. He's got some roaches and ravagers. Wait, what's his full? Yeah. I should be able to move out. He's taking another base, but I have more than enough. I will be honest here. I did use the Selecto Army Hockey, which I shouldn't have done. I should have still had my Viking out there, but I think I should be able to just stim in. I haven't done anything but just make Marines, Marauders, and Tanks as I had the money this game, but just doing that. This goes for any race. This is, you can make Roach Ravager, you can make Stalker Immortal, up to Grandmaster, alright? And as long as you make more stuff, it's actually a tip. They have it as one of the tips. Is, focus on building a bigger, focus on spending your money on units and buildings. The bigger army almost always wins. I think is one of the, like, 6 tips that they actually have in the tips thing. And as you can see, a bigger army. At least supply-wise. Marines are not technically... Oh, he was going Infester. Yeah, it's... Going Infester before you have a solid unit count is not ideal.
Replay save.
So no mules ever? Yeah, just stop using mules. Everything should be used on... Well, okay. I'm going to make a personal recommendation. Your win rate will go up more if you don't use mules on your mineral patches, but you scan and use your mules on their mineral patches. One, it can do one of 2 things. One, it can intimidate them into thinking that you are so far ahead that you're actually offensively dropping mules. You're not. Or 2, they're going to think you're so incredibly dumb and committed to this that you actually have no army. Both might be accurate, but it's just, you know a player that you're playing against that's dropping their mules on their base, alright? Like, everybody does that. It's the crazy guy who's dropping mules on your base you gotta be wary of. So, mind hacks right there. Gotta think about it.